Peace, it's your boy Justice Shabazz in the building, and you interviewing today. I'm being interviewed by my special guest,
Ex-Novia, Obi-Wan Kenobi, baby.
And we just trying to show love, and she also has her own platform, which I told her I also was gonna come on and interview her. You know what I'm saying? And we just showing love and the 585 unity in the community.
Of course.
So let us start it off. Also, if y'all have not subscribed to the channel, please, Justice Shabazz. Follow a lot of good content, interviews, and the little 585 and local artists and stuff like that.
So, starting off with this interview. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all, I've been dying to do this interview for the longest.
Right.
I've known you for
At least a dub.
Yeah.
15, 20 years, right?
So,
Back in 585.
talk a little bit about it. I'm gonna let you talk about it. I'm gonna let you talk.
How we met?
I'm just give them a brief overview of how far we've come.
Zenobi goes back. I said it right?
No, you said
I'm not saying
it's okay.
We go back at least 20 years. Just like around the town, you know what I'm saying? Around 585, everybody, see everybody certain times, you be in local spots in the hood and wherever. And, we've been in the trenches, you know what I'm saying?
That
15,
part,
20 years.
There it
You know what
is.
I'm saying? Here we are. But yeah, we always been cool, always been real. And then I knew one of your associates back then also. I think that's how we,
Definitely.
had a connection.
Shout out to Sway.
Yeah.
Now you shout out my boys. I'm in Sway now. Yeah. But now the reason I asked you to do that is because now what I want you to do is I want you to what out of that time frame, it's been 20 years.
Yeah.
So what out of 20 years have made you say this is what I want to do? I want to be an influencer. I want to bring people together because you're not just an influencer. Like an influencer, they just influence, what the name says. They influence people to do things.
Right.
But you
In the community
are now have made it to where you're trying to reach for connections to bring people together. You could be doing your own thing, but let's bring it together so that we can all, be a solid foundation.
Right.
What out of that 20 years brought you to this present day?
Yeah. Good question. Interesting. So basically, I always had artistic side of me that I was trying to bring out. Originally, it was music. I was like, making beats. I want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Which I still dabble here and there. And I guess just from working, I worked a lot of jobs from 20 years. Honestly, I came to the conclusion, you know what? Which I should have did this years ago. But I'm like, I want to work for myself and I want to invest in myself. And I'm like, this is the time, ever since the COVID, you know what I'm saying, and when they was giving people that arm candy, that jab, people got into the world working for yourself, creating, revenue, entrepreneurism, and I was like, I think camera, photography, videography is my lane I want to do. I had social media for about 3 years, and I didn't really take it serious in the beginning. I was just trying to see what's the YouTube thing about. So last couple years, I really started going hard, promoting, doing a lot of content. And I skyrocketed because it was first of all getting them 1,000 subscribers. Let's get them 1,000. But it's a lot more than them 1,000 subscribers. They don't tell you gotta have watch time hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you
gotta
use
actually watch it to the end because if not, that cutoff time is something serious.
You don't use people's music or they'll strike your channel. It's a lot of politics with YouTube. At the end of the day, you can be successful. You can make money off this platform. And you can make money off of social media, period, if you use it the right way and if you're creative with it, but you got to be consistent. It's like a full-time job. So I realized, like I said, I don't want to work for nobody. Working for all these companies, entities. I worked for the state for 7 years, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I ain't going nowhere else, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case, we parted ways. Long story short is, I always wanted to work for myself though and be an entrepreneur. So like I said, now I just felt it was the time to go in this lane. I like to produce music videos. I like to edit videos, but I'm also looking into small films, really take it to the next level. So I just realized it's time to invest and me get no younger.
That's true.
Let's regress.
Now, with that being said, without shade being thrown on the stage, nothing like that, because obviously that. We're not gonna ask about that. That's another thing. But what we will ask is, what did you learn out of that situation that made you more strategic?
Okay, let me make sure I got the question correct. What the situation?
Out of the situation with you parting ways with the state.
Oh, your state, yeah.
What about that taught you how to be more strategic? Because in these days and times, a lot of people sit there, they go through something like that, but they look at it as, well, I'm just gonna jump back in the job market.
Right.
Or they might try entrepreneurship and it's not for them.
Right.
But what sets you different from the rest of the crowd to make you more strategic because of this that you went through with the States?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not getting no younger, like I said. My son just graduated. People know, 18-year-old son just graduated.
Congratulations.
Yep. Ramir Broward. My daughter 24, and I'm like, okay, my kid's out the house. My kids is grown. I don't have to worry about no diapers, no baby wipes, no more. Except for my granddaughter. I love my granddaughter. Just my daughter, 9, 8. That's how I got it right. So my thing is, yeah, it's the time now. Like, no regrets, no excuses. Like, I played a lot my earlier years, a lot of us have, and you know, we bumped our head, and hopefully you bounce back and don't keep bumping your head, like we talked about earlier. Learn from your mistakes, and just really, just saying, you know, F it. Let me just go ahead and do shit. Fuck it, because fuck it. Let me just go.
Go ahead,
yeah.
who you is,
let
man.
Me just go.
Ain't no
You know
holes.
what I'm saying? I ain't monetized yet, YouTube, whatever. So yeah, you know, you just gotta don't have no regrets in life and say, at least I tried it. It didn't work, whatever. But don't be 16, 17 like, damn, I should have did this. I should have went to school.
So you living with no regrets.
You know, yeah.
So
no
now
regrets.
you're anything that you thought to yourself that I should do, instead of saying I should, would, or could.
Right.
You go full at it.
I don't got no toxic woman in my life that was holding me back. You know what I'm saying? And you know, shout out, there's good women, good men out there.
Listen, I'm just gonna tell it how it is. I don't know why he brought that up. I was gonna let him slide, but he said that.
From my point of view.
Now listen, I'm gonna tell you, and you know what? I agree with him because there's a lot of toxic and fuckboys out there.
Right.
However, when you know what your life purpose is, you don't have time for distraction.
And you know how to block out all
and maneuver through that.
distractions. And you gotta watch out now, and I ain't talking about just when it comes to sexual STDs, as far as herpes, gonorrhea. You gotta watch out for the spiritually transmitted demons that you're laying with.
Heck yeah.
And I made a video about that a while back. I can check my channel. I got a video about that about 2 years ago. You just have to be careful because everything that look good for you ain't good to you, not good for your soul. And once you get that demonic force, that bacteria that attached to you, it is so hard to get rid of that. So you gotta be careful. Stay on your purpose and do not get distracted.
Now, one thing I sit here and I agree with you completely on this right here, because one thing I've always said is, now I ain't gonna lie to y'all know my name out here is my name out here. Yeah, hey, I'm almost 40 years old. Hey, ask us who she is.
I'm down to 10.
Yeah, so, you know what I mean?
I still look in my 30s though.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. So, but one thing I've learned is when you lay down with a man as a woman, you lay down with a
point of view, woman point of view, perspective.
When they release, that release holds their energy.
DNA,
that sperm. Come straight up. Since we gonna talk real, they spark, and their sperm is the energy, and that energy force, when it's released, like it's released into you. So now you're carrying that weight on you, and when you sit here and you're going through something, and I'm not talking about something like a pH off balance. No, I'm talking about your soul off balance to a degree where you know you are focused, you're independent, you're a determined woman. But in the same token, after you go lay with that man, all of a sudden you notice you staying up later than what you used to. And you know when
you ain't going to church on Sundays.
You ain't got, not even just not going to church on Sundays, you ain't praying at home.
You ain't going to Bible class.
You know what I mean? You ain't studying your Bible. You ain't even sitting there taking notes on that stuff. You just said put it on the shelf because he putting it on the table. And what he putting on the table, you shouldn't be touching. Just put it right there for you. I'm just gonna let you go back to the interview.
Sorry, the lady on Don't Be a Minister.
I'm just telling you.
lay that with me, I'm a parent. I'm gonna kill him.
Listen, on my mama's soul, because I'm trying to tell y'all, listen here. And it's not even just that, but like in all seriousness, one thing I've learned is, like, I see a lot of my female friends, and they have let toxic energy in their space to where I had to cut them off. And this became from my outside force, so I completely agree with what you're saying. Now, on to the thing where you said about your movie, and movie making and how you want to get production.
I got the web series out right now, Gunroe County.
Yes.
Episode 2 dropped. I can check that out on this channel.
How do you feel about the tariffs that's being placed during this time frame when you're starting to get your feet off the ground with production? How do you feel that affects you?
You know, I ordered a few things. You mean like cars I'm ordering?
Not even just ordering, but I mean as in, okay, because the reason why I say this is the tariffs affect us on a level of everything as far as production, as far as you getting out there, what country. Because let's say if somebody,
I noticed I got some, when I go live, I have some UK followers.
And see what I'm saying? Like that. Now,
India.
But also, you gotta realize those people also understand our president is President Trump.
Right.
So they want, so a lot of them wants to know, what is your stance on that?
Right.
Because as a movie projector, yeah. So how do you, producer? I'm sorry. What is your view on the tariff that he's placing? Do you feel like they're fair? Do you feel like they're necessary for us to, for the greater of the common good?
I don't even know where to stand on the tariffs. I ain't looking to it. More or less, from what I see, it's just costing more. Like when people, you know, getting things shipped from overseas, maybe, or people buying brand new cars is going to affect. I mean, I don't even really have a stance. I just feel that it's just Trump being Trump.
Now, see, the reason why I ask you that is because there's people who are in Canada. Steve Miller was one of the, one of their famous people over here.
Right.
He just canceled concerts.
Yeah, I ain't
over here.
looking to it as much.
Yeah, he canceled concerts over here because Trump was our president.
Right.
Because he's like, I can't stand with a country that feels.
He's being an enemy to a lot of people and entities now.
You know what I'm saying? Now, my question to you is, how do you see that affecting your future in movie production? Do you think it will, or do you think it's just a phase right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a certain phase, but I mean, ultimately, it's what you put in, what you're gonna get out. I think if I put more investment in myself, investment in equipment, investment in people, investment in traveling, going places, eventually it's gonna pan out to where somebody sees it and they grasp, like, I want to do some business with you. You know what I mean? Because I mean, moving around just a couple months ago, I met a guy who had a good venue, a good spot. Shout out my boy Jeff. He had a spot on 420 event in St. Paul. I went to. He does yoga as well Saturdays. But anyway, rubbing elbows and networking with people, going to events. You eventually gonna rub into the right people. Like a good saying, you hang with 9 rich people, you're gonna be the 10th rich person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sure. So it's basically, that's another thing. As we got older in age, you're supposed to mature of changing your circle and scenarios of who you be around, because you know what I mean. Raw energy get off or rub off on you, and you get in a situation now. You sit downtown wondering like how I get here. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta learn to discern, use discernment to deal with people who get around, and just try to be around people that's doing things.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, with this though, I just feel it's not really. I don't think it'll affect too much unless I'm traveling to the country, I believe, maybe, or if I'm ordering lots of stuff. I know I ordered some few items before, and it seemed like it took a little longer than before. Maybe it's come from China, or come from Taiwan, or but it's only. I think it's only gonna affect people that spending big bucks, people that's important, people that's buying brand new cars because they on tax. That kind of people on the higher end, they spend money like that. Because black people, when they talk recession and all that, we always been under recessions and poverty and pain. We try to, that's why soon get a couple dollars.
Prayer and therapy ain't gonna help.
So we get a couple dollars, we do buy a bottle, some smoke, or whatever.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying we celebrating when we get a couple dollars. Sometimes because we've been broke for so long. You know what I'm saying?
And you know,
that aspect.
It's funny you say that because I was talking to a man yesterday, and he's a Jewish owner of a store over by where I live at.
Yeah.
Off of Otis, and he said if he won the lottery, 180 mil,
right,
he would spend over 250,000 on the house. I said I wouldn't. I'm not doing that.
180 mil? Why?
I'm not doing that.
What you gonna buy?
I'm going to invest that because one thing is Let me ask you a question. What's the difference between rich and being wealthy?
I mean, the people that's writing people checks like Jay-Z and them is the one that's wealthy.
No.
No.
Go ahead. Think about the question. What's the difference between rich and wealthy?
Thinking in the future, a wealthy person than thinking right now. A rich person will think, I don't know, but what's the
okay? A rich person knows how much money they have.
Right.
A wealthy person does not. Mm-hmm. Because every time they get down to that last penny, they've invested their money to a degree to where it's already been flipping the whole time that they've been counting.
Like a millionaire or something like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that right there. And it's like, that's what I want for us. Like I want for our black people, I want us to be able to think in a way where we see things like, okay, well, if you get if I get an opportunity where I could flip $100, instead of me going out and spending $20 on a bottle, I could sit there and invest that $20 and turn around and flip that. But
a lot of us,
they not doing it, and see
But I'm speaking of the people that have been broke for so long, who dealt with poverty and pain all their life.
You should be tired by now.
But I know you're right. Like I said, you're a certain age, you're supposed to learn to mature.
You should know that by now. Like you should know.
I'm just saying, you get $50, you're gonna buy that bottle. Right? Now $50,000 is different. You better go buy the damn bottle and get $50,000.
If I get $50,000 right now, I'm telling you, I'm paying all my bills. All my bills are getting taken care of. And I'm telling you, I'm putting at least 15 in the bank because it's going to build interest. Like, my thing is, okay, and please don't want to take offense what I'm going to say. But we're going to get back on this, but I just want to say this one. You got to learn what the rich do in order for you to manifest into being wealthy.
That's what I'm saying, you get real people.
That goes back to what you said earlier. Now, I know we got to wrap this up, but 2 more questions I got for you.
Right.
What is your short-term goal?
Okay, yeah, I hear this. Like from the interview again. I mean, really, to me, short-term goal right now is I'm about to invest in my equipment, upgrade my equipment. That's within the next 2 to 5 months. I'm saying short-term goal is to 6 months. Invest in my equipment because that's really investing in me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and upgrading to get better quality. Because I know my quality is decent right now, but I know I can get better. I'm only at 1080p, which is 2K. I'm only 4K, which is 2160p. But anyway, like I say, invest in better quality, put the best product out. But I want to just invest in myself and just to put more out there for my content, my subscribers and the people that watch my channel, and just give them better quality stuff. You know what I'm saying? But really, I want to invest in myself to get better with my camera. So when I do get into the independent short films, things like that, I can have good products. So just trying to climb, mature every time, every year, progress to what I'm trying to do with this videography, photography stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And my last question for you will be, what can your viewers and I expect coming out in the very near future?
Right. You know, so crazy. One of my editors, a shout out Sos. He also is on the web series Gunroe County. Check Gunroe County. We got episode 2 dropped. You know what I'm saying? We got some surprise guests is gonna be on episode 3, so be looking out. You know what I'm saying? I don't wanna, point no elbows, but at the end of the day. So Sos though, I want to give a shout out to Sos.
Shout out to Sos.
Indeed. He in North Carolina chilling, but he
enjoy your vacation, baby. Enjoy your vacation.
He there. He pretty much live there now.
Oh, really?
He lived there. He moved there.
Now.
Yep.
My brother moved there a couple years ago. He lived in North Carolina, West-Salem.
Yeah. He in, I forgot exactly where. It's like a country park,
but yeah.
But he talking. We talked about this before he left, because he started. He another guy that really going hard at video editing, and he enjoyed doing this, and he wanted to invest in it. He got a camera and all that. So we talked about doing a scary movie. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you've seen the one. Shoot your shot.